We're back with beaters. I'm
Woo.
here with world-renowned demo player.
Oh, please,
Chris
please, you
Shepard.
flattered me.
No, sir, no. You actually deserve all the praise you get. Please tell us about this latest demo. First, tell us the title of your new book, which is.
My new book has to do with a very it seems underrated game. I must say myself. It is in the it is in the Drakengard series. It is a spin-off. It is titled Nier Automata.
Really? Nier
Really?
Automata.
Automata.
And the developers of which the publishing company of your new book, which would be Platinum Games, I do believe.
Yes, Platinum Games. Platinum Games, working under Square Enix, made this game, and I must say I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed with everything that they've done.
Riveting, utterly riveting. Yo, so we played this Nier Automata demo, and honestly, I'm not impressed.
Honestly, I thought it was okay. Like, we played it up a lot there, people, but it's okay.
Right, like that was a great intro. Props for playing along.
Props.
But
Video 5.
Video 5. But nah, it was not that impressive, honestly. So what we have here is pretty much a cyberpunk. Like it breathes a lot, and you don't really get a lot of the story here, but it kind of breathes in like a stylized version of Ghost in the Shell.
A little bit. That's what I thought. So I haven't played. This is I guess the second game in the Nier series, and Nier itself is a spin-off of the Drakengard series.
Ooh.
So what?
That is no. I mean, I was saying you asked is that something in the Nier series. I'm like, I don't know, because that series is kind of weird.
Yeah, so Nier, when it came out, I've never heard bad things about Nier. I will say that. People who like Nier, like, for one, people who know about Nier usually like Nier, and people who like Nier love it. Like, they have only good things to say. But I've never actually played it. And so this demo comes out, and it's Nier Automata, and I'm like, okay, so that's the sequel to whatever the fuck that first game was. I played it, and I will say I liked it, but it wasn't jaw-dropping. But it might be because it's just a demo. I honestly don't know.
Honestly, and I think that pretty much... Well, honestly, it's just... I don't know. I'm not that taken by the story. Because it's a hack and slash game, and honestly, the hack and slash game, they're all pretty much the same. You just button mash your way to victory, you know? Kind of. So, yeah. Really, the one thing that sets one apart from the other, in my opinion, is just whether or not you're interested in the story, you're invested in the story. And I guess it wasn't enough of a chunk to get me invested in the story.
Yeah,
you know?
I feel like that's what happened, because I definitely still don't fully understand what's going on. I feel like in the demo itself, and this is going to get a bit spoilery, people at home, so skip maybe a minute if you don't want to hear this. But in the story itself, how they came about showing, like, they're fighting robots, but then these aren't the actual robots you want a huge robot, so then they show the huge robot, and then you have the teammate that comes in and he helps you. Like, when they revealed that, I was like, okay, so this is kind of cool. But then when they revealed that they themselves are robots that are, or like cyborgs, whatever, I was like, okay, so this is getting into some weird territory that I feel like I need backstory to understand.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, I don't know what's going on here. You're throwing a lot of dramatic stuff at me, and it's just like,
and a demo's just not going to give you that. Yeah, a demo's not going to give you that.
So at least from this demo, we will know that there's apparently a really deep, complex story that's going on.
Yeah.
Which, honestly, is par for the course when you go with Taro Yoko's games, because the man's deep and complicated himself. This is the man we're talking about that came out of E3 with a giant moon face mask on.
That is where I had heard of this.
Yep.
Okay, giant moon face man. If you don't remember that E3, honestly, you could probably Google giant moon face man.
It is the most... Well, I think you get the moon pie mascot, so... You might want to...
You might have to go a page or two in, but...
It might be a page or two. You'd be surprised how many Moonface mascots there are in this world. But no, that was nightmare fuel. That was creepy.
It was terrifying. Because it wasn't a cute, like, chibi sort of moon face. It was a very accurate moon face. It was a photorealistic face on a moon.
It was more like the moon face from Soul Eater, but full and realistic looking. So it's not like I said, it's not cartoony. It's just like I could have handled that if it's a cartoon. But he coming out there, I was like, oh my god, the mutants have risen.
Yeah, and it was and if again, Nier is probably a huge game. The same way that like Monster Hunter's getting bigger now, but if you had gone like 5-7 years ago and been like, oh, Monster Hunter's coming out, people would have looked at you like, what is that? Like, Nier is that sort of thing. It has a like huge following, but it's still on the back burner when it comes to mainstream games. So when he came out on stage with that moon face, I was just like, I don't know what the fuck this is, but he needs to go. Like,
yeah, right? Like, I'm not... But no, I think, and I heard this in rumors, so I don't know how true this is. I think this is the sequel to one of the divergent endings to Nier.
That really?
Yes.
That's a strange premise if that's true, because obviously there are games that have like secret endings or special endings, but to make a spin-off game from one of those endings, like not even the main thing. So I'm guessing Nier had a main ending, like the ending that's you're supposed to see, whatever. And so they're gonna make a game based on that.
I don't know.
But then this is
because
that's
honestly,
a strange thing.
Nier and Drakengard like both had different several endings, and there was only like one true ending, but you had several endings that you could get that were like completely different from each other. Like some of them were good. Some of them like took the story in like places where this is awful, and other places like, man, this is good. And this is all from a video I watched because I didn't play the fucking game myself. Like, you know, I didn't, man. It looked like a PS2 game. Like,
wait, you didn't play the demo game that we were talking about?
No, Drakengard.
Oh, I was about to say no.
Drakengard
definitely is that old school PS2 game.
Like no, even the one that came out last year for
PS4
looked like a PS2.
No,
game.
I'm with you.
Plus, I didn't like the humor. Like, it's got really crude humor. Like, there's a dragon that stands up and takes a piss in a waterfall lake, and it's like, yeah, that's what we're dealing with.
I didn't know Japan went lowbrow like that.
There's
like,
so much stuff in that game. The game's weird, but so yeah, this is a really weird way to go. If what I'm saying is correct, this is an ending to a divergent, to a story, to an ending that you probably don't even know about, you know?
Yeah, but I think that's the weird thing the most. If you have a game that has a bunch of endings, but you have decided one of these is the true ending, normally, like, you'll leave the other separate endings as, like, fan things to go for. Like, if you want to beat 100% the game, you got to get all of the different endings, that sort of thing.
Right.
But you don't continue with those storylines because they're not true anymore. And so for anyone to play those storylines and know what's going on, they'd have to see the specific ending from the previous game. And I mean, you can take a gamble that that's going to make people play that other game, but really, I'm just going to be confused.
Exactly.
Like, that's just the end of that.
I don't know, like, I didn't know, like, you look at the cover of Nier, I didn't even think there was robots in here, so how do we get from whatever fantasy look that Nier is to robots?
It's just, and the game, I mean, I understand Automata, like, this specific game, you might be like, Automata, it's probably robots, or whatever, but the original, and just nothing on the box art, nothing says robots. So when we jumped into this, I had no idea robots were there, and all of a sudden, it's like all you fight. It's all that there's. I have yet to see a human.
And the robots
I've seen
plain as hell. Like the little Moku, like they look like Moku from Tekken.
Yeah, so they were kind of. I want to say that they were training. Like, they were literally just there to be a placeholder enemy that they could throw in mass into this demo so that they could leave all the other stuff to be hidden for when you buy the game. But that made me kind of not want the game. Right. If those are the enemies.
But
I wanted some... I mean, so the bosses, I will say the bosses were kind of cool.
Oh, yeah.
Small enemies make up 90% of the level.
And it just wasn't... Man, that's the thing. There's some interesting things at play here. Like, the fact that you can shoot and like swing, like do physical attacks at the same time.
That I was gonna say, when we get into like combat, I enjoyed that. That's not even a kind of. I enjoyed the combat. Right. It's the rest of it that I was like, yeah.
Then you have the 2D to 3D like changes are really cool.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And the giant boss battles, which are really cool, you know?
I think the giant boss battles were kind of the best because I didn't. Especially since they kind of played it down. And I don't know what the other games were like. I don't know what the boss battles were like. Maybe you also fought giant monsters. But in this, they, like, you run in and the story of this demo is that you're looking for a specific robot that you have to kill. So you get in and you see, like, a bunch of small fucking robots that you have to beat, like we just said. But then once you get to, like, the first big fight, it's like a giant mech hand that has like a rotary saw on it.
Yeah.
And you're fighting that, but the first thing your character says is, "This isn't what we came here for." And I was like, if that's not what you came here for, what the fuck
what
is?
Yeah.
Because that is a huge ass robot arm trying to kill you.
I thought it was
So,
like a
I
piece
feel
of
like
construction
once
equipment trying to kill him.
Yeah, like at first I thought I was like, oh, there's some robot controlling this, like it just went rogue or something. But no, apparently that's like how mechs work in this. So apparently, from what I can tell from just playing the demo, because again, they didn't go real story heavy, what it seems like is this is a far distant, like post-apocalyptic future where the machines that humans have made, think Matrix, the machines that humans have made are fighting, like they took over. They've made their own thing. But they aren't really making new machines. They are making robots to fight out of machinery that's already been made. So that's where you get like the giant like dock worker, whatever the fuck it is, robots.
Right.
And so I think that's interesting, but it's still like I'd have to see more of the story. I really would have to see more of the story to like fully sign off on this game.
Like you had that like deep thought into the game. When I saw that fucking construction come alive, I thought it was just like the this is the future where heavy maximum overdrive like came into being. Like this is it. You ever seen Maximum Overdrive?
My God. No.
It's a movie where aliens. It's a Stephen King movie. Like Stephen King directed this movie.
Okay.
Yeah. Based off of one of his books, where aliens like bring machines to life that kill humans. So all machines, like we're talking about a lawnmower. There's a scene where a steamroller rolls over a kid, and the big, like one of the big pieces of the movie is a truck with the Green Goblin face on it.
I've never noticed Stephen King likes to kill kids in movies. Like, it seems like he enjoys it.
You know what? I shouldn't plug other people a lot, but go watch Nostalgia Critic because he does videos on Stephen King. Like when he does Stephen King review, he like points out Stephen King has a lot of tropes that he likes to fall back on.
Stephen King has a lot of tropes that are specific Stephen King.
Stephen
tropes. Like we haven't
King
found
tropes.
this anywhere else. But it's always in his
movies.
Like
every single one of his movies have like religious zealots.
Think Quentin Tarantino tropes, but a kid always dies.
Yes. like there's always some kind of creepy kid, or kids dying, or there's like anti-religious people in the movies. Like, man, religious for suckers, or you know, some shit like that. Like all his movies have like hella tropes that you can go check. Go check out one of those videos. It's actually really cool. But no, man.
But all right.
That's how I feel about this game. Like this game kind of feels like Maximum Overdrive came alive. You know, like the machines are taking over, and I thought, you know, this big giant construction arm coming through, and we have the fighters. Like, okay, all the big bosses going to be, you know, construction vehicles for this, you know, for this stage. Nope.
That's what I thought.
Nope.
Yeah.
Giant metal man. Like
giant metal man. Oh, but then so I feel like they were going for. I feel like this has to be something that is specific to Nier. Like that the person who helped you, I think his name was 9S or some shit like that.
Some number.
They have weird number and letter names. But
Apple.
They were.
Oh, this is Apple's versus Windows. This is Apple because all the number people are sleek in black, and they're stronger, and all the Windows people are like, all the enemy robots are clunky, jankety. Oh.
But they are effective apparently. But this is the thing. So I feel like they meant for you to like emotionally attach yourself to him before his, again, spoilers, untimely demise
they might
at the
as
end
well
of that
said
demo.
He has 2 days till retirement. Like,
yeah.
Plus
that shit was
spoilers if this thing is like 30 minutes long.
So it's kind of spoilers. If you haven't played it yet, it's kind of spoilers, but it's not really. Like, again, it's a 30-minute thing. Like, you're not going to get attached. He's going to die. You're not even going to worry about it. I think that the real issue that I have with it is how it ended. It's like, one, they try to make you feel for him, and then he gets what, like half his body blown off,
something like that.
And it looks like, oh man, he's not gonna make it. But we really wanted him to make it, and I was like, I don't give two shits about that dude. He didn't help me at all in that giant fight. Like, I don't know that.
Bruh, I don't know you. You don't go here.
And then I want you to understand, I don't know if this is a writing thing, but this was a peeve with me. At that moment, your main character is screaming like, no, we're gonna help him, and your robot friend is like, it wouldn't make sense to help him right now. There's nothing that we can do with first aid and blah blah blah. And I was like, okay, that's fair. He's gonna die, and obviously if we can't do anything with first aid, it's gonna be very quick. Then we go through a huge fight, and after the huge fight, this bitch walks up to us, and I was like, you should have been dead 20 minutes ago.
Right?
You mean that you were okay to walk this whole time and didn't help me once in that giant boss fight? Like,
what have you done for me lately?
Yeah, like, what have you done for... It was so fucking confusing, and I feel like the game as a whole is gonna have a better story, but this demo was just strange.
It was strange, and it was...
For a newcomer.
It wasn't strong.
I don't know if...
The thing is, and I think this is going to be a weird place, and I think that's where we found our niche, is that the only people that know about this demo are the people that are interested in Nier and actually want to play it. Like, they're already pre-ordered it, and they're going to have it, and they're going to play it. Because I wouldn't know.
That's what I was going to say that, too. People that know about it probably know that this demo is out. I am not one of those people. You had to tell me. I want you, Timewasterz fans and people listening alike, I am the beaters dude. I've been checking demos for months. I had no idea this was out. He had to tell me.
I want you to tell. So I want you to know how I knew was because one of our listeners, we actually had him on an interview back when we were doing roundtable talks and things like that with different people. Mr. Barry, he be talking about, like, he is a gamer for real. He hits all the pre-orders. This man, I don't know how he does it. He was talking about the demo, and I was like, oh shoot, the Nier demo's out. Like, I just follow Barry, and Barry would be like, yo, this demo's out. I'd be like, all right, let's check this out.
I mean, that'll do it. Everybody has to have their sources, man. Shout out to Barry.
How was I supposed to know? I'm not really interested in Nier. Like, I haven't played the old game. I haven't played the Dragon Guard games, even though they have a dragon, and that's cool. But, I'm not,
I mean, what I will say is I'm still not super interested in Nier.
I'm not.
I'm just not.
I'm not.
It was a good demo. Like, it was an okay demo, but I'm still not super interested. I am very intrigued to see the reviews of this game when it comes out.
I will watch those very closely, because other than that, I don't think I'm gonna. My money tight. This is gonna have to pass me by.
No, so that is also a huge thing. I think that a game. When is this releasing? Actually, the release date looks to be
March
February 23rd
7th.
In Japan, March here. So in March we have not only, let's skip even the Switch coming out.
Okay, skip the Switch
in March. Let's skip that completely. We still have. I know for a fact that Not Uncharted. All I wanted to say was Uncharted. Horizon Zero Dawn. Oh, Horizon Zero Dawn comes out in March. I think it comes out March 1st.
Comes out, the 3rd. I think it's somewhere in that early week.
It might be. It's somewhere, but that has been advertised. That is a huge game. People are raving about it. And I heard nothing about Nier.
Nothing. See, that's the thing. This is Platinum Games, and Platinum Games does a really good with hack and slash. But I'm just not that into. This isn't that interesting of a hack and slash. Like, fucking Metal Gear Revengeance. You run up a robot's arm, slicing it anime style. That's fucking interesting. To a great,
that shit was good.
A great soundtrack. Fight me on that. A great soundtrack.
Yo, I loved everything about it. I didn't beat it, but I loved everything about it.
I want you to understand, I walked into Walmart one night because, I get my paychecks late, direct deposit, and as soon as the dude brother get hungry, so he goes, Walmart. Walked in Walmart. This dude was listening to his headphones while he was working, and I swear to God, I heard that shit through the headphones. I was like, yo, rules of nature, brother. Rules of nature. Like, that's real. But Horizon Zero Dawn has a varied mechanic system. It's like,
it's got a huge story. It's got giant, like,
mechanical dinosaurs,
giant monster fights. It's got it seems like the time that they're putting this out, there has to be more to it than just the combat, which I did love.
Because this is direct competition with that, and while people are playing Horizon Zero Dawn, you also have to understand that Mass Effect comes out that month. And people who aren't buying Horizon Zero Dawn could be saving their money for Mass Effect, because they're going to get that shit day one.
that's the thing with money. Not even like forget your personal like financial situation. Think of the number of games, just sheer number of games coming out in March. Money is going to be tight. It doesn't matter who you are. You could buy out all of Walmart. That doesn't mean money wasn't tight. That just means you had enough. Like, there are too many games for this to be coming out in such a flooded time. Like,
too many games.
I don't think it's going to do that well, and so I can't wait for those reviews.
It's going to be really sad.
Because I will say, I'd love to be proven wrong. One, Platinum Games has never done us wrong. And two, I loved the combat. So if the story turns out to be really good, I honestly might pick it up once the price goes down.
Oh yeah, when this comes out on the specials, like Platinum Game special on the PSN or something like that. Yeah, picking it up. Why not?
Immediate. Because like I said, the combat is insane. You've got regular attacks, strong attacks that you can charge up each of to do different things. What I found out while I was playing is if you run and do like a charged attack or do a special attack or shoot, like that does separate things. If you do stuff right after dodging, that does different moves. Like, okay, the combat system was in depth. I did not give a shit about my character.
Not at all.
I want to say, so the way that you shoot is you have a tiny robot that follows you. He's the dude that I was talking about earlier with the health that he wouldn't give. I cared far more about him than either of the two characters. Like, I don't know why, but I couldn't find a connection with the characters. The girl was great, but I didn't connect with her.
Cool
I thought
character,
she was funny,
you know? Like,
just in the fact that she didn't give a shit.
Yeah,
like,
but it's just something just wasn't there, and I don't know, emotional resonance. Maybe it's the fact that I know that I'm gonna be playing different games. Like, let me just list out the games that I want to actually play this year. Fucking Resident Evil. I want to get the Kingdom Hearts. I'm gonna say that 1,500 times. I want to get them Kingdom Hearts. Right, you can curse them lips all you want to, brother. It is what it is.
Okay. That is your prerogative, my guy.
I still want to play.
With you having that.
I still want to play For Honor, because that's coming out.
Oh yes.
You know
that beta. So that beta is actually supposed to hit this month. I cannot wait.
Wonderful.
If we can get into that, I think that we can talk about it. We'll get back to you, people at home.
We're too small. They don't care. We're talking about it anyway. Until we get hit with that cease and desist, is like, ooh.
I know. I'm like, dog. I don't want to go to court for this.
Timewasterz has to disband. We'll come back with a new name. It's fine. Horizon Zero Dawn. I might want to play Mass Effect. It depends on if this story, is how tied into is to the original. Because I would love to play a Mass Effect that looks pretty and has a great story. You know what I mean?
But you don't have to play the previous games to really.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But then you have Persona 5 finally coming out in April. And
it's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot, man. I can't.
Not to mention, let's put it back on the table. The Switch comes out.
And then the Switch comes out, and I'm gonna get a Switch.
And that's a whole new console. Like, I've already pre-ordered. That's a whole new console.
Oh, did you pre-order it?
So, yes.
I have to put...
I need to get the apron? I need to get the apron, my friend?
You do not need to get the apron. I still have to get... I have to finish... I'm still going to finish Sharp FE so I can trade the Wii U in, because they have good value. Did you pre-order through GameStop?
I pre-ordered through GameStop. I was thinking of maybe pre-ordering through a different place, only because that trade-in thing, I talked to the dude at GameStop when I pre-ordered, and I was like, so how long does this run? Like, could I come in the day before, trade it in, and then get the thing the 22nd? Nah, it ends like 5 days from now.
Yeah, so that's why I gotta hurry up and play this game. Like, as soon as we finish here, I'm booting the game up and I'm playing till probably my 8 a.m. So,
but nah, I think this game is gonna do. Here's why I think this game will still do well. I don't know if it'll get good reviews, but I think it'll do well because of that fan base. Because that fan base is gonna latch onto this as the new Nier title. Like, they're not gonna worry about the story, the combat, whatever. They'll jump on it the same way. If there's a bad in quotes, because they're never really that bad, but if there's a bad Monster Hunter, it still sells well because there are people that will die for Monster Hunter. Like, that shit is real.
I'm gonna go with it's not gonna do that well because Horizon got that deep intro fan base. Like, it's just one of those that even before the game like even comes out, people are latched onto. Nier was too secretive. Like, there wasn't really much information about it, and there wasn't really much to get people on the hype train. Horizon has that hype train down pack. Plus they had that delay, which made people want it more. So now they want it in their hands, and the more trailers that they show, I'm hungry for it. So I don't see.
I'm ready.
Much of and it releases earlier. Done. done. Maybe if this released
I guess,
the day before that, you know what I mean? But now that it hasn't, I'm sorry, Nier, you got down. Caesar says no.
Caesar says no. Oh my god. Well, what I will say is, to each their own, definitely. We might not think that it's going to do that well, but who knows what you think. We would like to, so please, let us know. Like, send us an email, shoot us a comment, let us know what you think of the demo. If you haven't played it yet, you can get it on PS4, download it real quick. It's like a 30-minute demo. I think it's also on Windows? Is there a Windows demo?
I have no idea.
I have not seen that. We know for a fact that it's on PlayStation. It looks like it's also going to be coming out for Windows in sometime 2017. Wow. So maybe there's a
Windows
demo.
Store or Steam.
Windows Store.
Really?
I don't think Steam. I think it's Windows Store.
So is this? Yeah, it's on Windows. Yeah, Microsoft Windows. So is this on Xbox One?
No, I don't think it's going to be on Xbox One. That's the thing.
They're
being weird about it.
They're being really weird. I didn't even.
But what I will say is, people at home, you should definitely play it at least, if not for a few strange voice acting performances or storylines, for the combat. The combat is definitely worth it. Let me talk about this before we go.
Okay.
Before we say final thoughts. Okay. Before we get out of here.
Okay.
What did you think about the level design? I thought it was.
Oh, right. I did bring that up a little bit and didn't go back. I actually think the level design is really interesting.
I thought that the scenery that they were using and stuff, that was pretty cool. I liked that there were collectibles all over the place that you had to try and find. Like,
it was interesting. It was boring. It was interesting from the 3D and then into the 2D. That I really liked. That was really cool.
Yes.
But the design, the look of it all was, dreary, depressing, post-apocalyptic, browns and, dingy oranges and shit like that.
That's what I was gonna say. If you think of post-apocalyptic, usually the first thing people say is, "Oh, so your game was gray," and it's like, yeah, that's usually what post-apocalyptic looks like. No one ever changes that for any reason. This game did change it, but by changing it, they just made gray brown, and that doesn't really that's not innovative. And it just looks washed out. Pretty
much because it's in an old factory area too, so there might be different environments that that we haven't seen, which could be interesting. Maybe, hopefully, there's a jungle environment. I really doubt it. I really fucking doubt it. But there was a really interesting thing about the boss fight is that you go to fighting the boss, and then there's a point where you go on the boss, and that becomes another level. That's interesting.
Yeah. I thought that was really cool because that brings in a Shadow of the Colossus sort of God of War.
That could be really cool.
That was nice.
Yeah. But other than that, it was boring to look at.
It was because it goes, it really does go from outside being orange and shit to going inside and it's dark and gray, and then back outside to be an orange metal on rusted shit. I feel like that might have just been the demo level. Like you said, maybe there are more places, maybe there are more colors, maybe there's more liveliness, but if that is the epitome of what they have, if that's what they're putting out in the demo, that's all we have to go on.
It honestly feels like a mix between Dynasty Warriors and Devil May Cry, and I got bored after a while.
Yes, it does. That is exact.
I don't know. So and that's honestly my final thoughts. This is a mix between Devil May Cry.
That's all that
and fucking Dynasty Warriors.
That's all that we got, people. If that is the tagline for how we think of this, it's like Devil May Cry meets Dynasty Warriors, and I wasn't into it. That is the tagline.
We're out. That's it. So I'm gonna.
But like we said,
give the spiel.
No.
You want to go some more?
I can end it. I was planning on it.
Okay, well then.
All right.
To you,
everybody. This has been Beaters. We're back. Young hiatus is over. If you haven't heard our other shows, so we are going to be doing way more betas, way more demos. We are going to come back with a fucking kick to the face, kick to your ears, so make sure that you're listening. If you want to tell us what you think about our demo that we played today, Nier Automata, you can hit us up at our website, timewasters.net. You can hit us up at our email, timewasters07@gmail.com. You can hit us up at Facebook, Time Wasters, Twitter, Time Wasters. You can hit us up on SoundCloud. You can get us on YouTube. We're even on Instagram. And make sure that you type in Time Wasters with a Z. That's TIMEWASTERZ.
Yo, spell that again, son. I ain't even catch that, man.
I'm sorry. If you were hard of hearing at the time, it is TIMEWASTERZ. That is right, people. We have so many ways for you to contact us, and we would love to hear from you about these games. So let us know.
I like that, son. Hey, are you? Hey, by chance, and this is just a wild question, so please humor me. Are you on any social medias?
We are on all of the social medias.
Really?
Like we said, we got Facebook, we got Twitter, we got Instagram, we got SoundCloud. You thought we were finished, but we also got YouTube. We also got Twitch. It's all over the place, people.
Wow.
It's all over the place.
Okay, so you're on SoundCloud, but are you on any other listening platforms?
Listening platform. I believe that we are also on iTunes, if they can find us.
Shut up. Shut the door.
I believe that I like I said, people, we are everywhere.
Oh, man. And then just one last question. Do you do the music yourself? Because it's so great music. I've heard your other shows.
The music that you are listening to. The music that you're listening to, I'm sure it is amazing. I'm sure that you think that it is the greatest thing that your ears have ever had the chance to listen. And there is a reason for that. We do not do the music ourselves, because personally, my ears are as good as Mozart's. So
wonderful.
What you need to know, what you need to know is that our music is done by the Semi-Formal After Party. They are musical geniuses, people.
Wow.
Musical geniuses.
That's all the questions I had. Wow, that's amazing.
I believe. And if you have more questions, hit us up.
Where at again?
It's at our email, timewasters07@gmail.net or .com. Sorry. Or I'm sorry, I messed it up. But the reason that I messed it up is because you can also get us at our website, timewasters.net. My apologies, people. But if you need to listen to it again, just go through the whole podcast one more time.
Whole podcast. Thank you, Mr. Champagne, for your riveting tale of your book. This has been Beaters. Good night.
And God bless.
And God bless.